Chapter 1. The Coffin Splitter. In the dead of night, a dim lantern flickers over a silent mortuary, casting its glow upon rows of abandoned coffins. Among them stands a young woman, Wei Yingluo, her delicate shoes brushing against the cold ground as she approaches one particular casket, her sister's. Tears glisten in her eyes as she speaks to the lifeless body inside. Once, they were the twin lotus blossoms of the Wei family, two sisters inseparable in both beauty and bond. Now, one lies cold, discarded like a forgotten leaf, and the other is left behind, questioning everything. They said her sister, Wei Yingming, died of illness. Then, they claimed she took her own life in shame after being expelled from the palace. But Yingluo isn't a fool. With a resounding thud, an axe cleaves the coffin open, revealing her sister's body. Untouched by decay, still hauntingly beautiful, yet marred by a single, undeniable truth. Bruises around her throat, shaped like ghostly black wings. Strangled, murdered. Yingluo lifts her sister's cold body and turns to the gathered crowd, her voice steady but filled with fire. Look at the handprints. Tell me, how does one strangle themselves to death? Silence. Uneasy glances. No one dares to answer. Her father, Wei Qingtai, tries to silence her with a slap, demanding she kneel just as he always has. But this time Yingluo refuses to bow. Not for him. Not for anyone. This isn't just about her sister. It's about every injustice they endured. The stolen heirloom, the predatory cousin, the family that turned a blind eye, and now the ultimate betrayal, pretending her sister's death was nothing more than a dishonorable suicide. But Yingluo won't let this end here. Her sister had promised to take her away, to escape this cruel family. That promise was broken, but not forgotten. I'm going to the palace, Yingluo declares. If no one will tell me who the killer is, I'll find out myself. The men of the Wei family don't argue. Instead, they act. Days later, firecrackers explode in the streets as a wedding procession marches through town. A groom beams with pride atop his horse. Behind him, a small sedan chair sways. A gust of wind lifts the curtain, revealing the bride. Tied up. Chapter 2. The 100 Birds dress. Wei Yingluo, dressed in an elaborate red wedding dress, sits bound in layers of cloth, resembling a sacrifice rather than a bride. As Auntie Ajin combs her hair while reciting auspicious verses, Yingluo bitterly interrupts, questioning if she is truly destined for a harmonious marriage. Despite Ajin's attempts to persuade her to marry a decent man and avoid palace life, Yingluo remains fixated on entering the Forbidden City. She presses Ajin for details about the palace, seeking insight into the emperor. Ajin shares a chilling story from 4 years prior. Imperial concubine Yun of Orchid Court, a common-born Han woman, was once favored by the emperor but met a tragic end. The cause? A magnificent phoenix homage to Bird's dress, a garment inspired by the extravagant styles of the Tang dynasty. Though the dress was breathtaking, the emperor viewed it as an act of ambition, condemning her in front of the court for extravagance. He demoted her to a mere palace maid, and soon after, she was found dead in a well. Whether she took her own life or was silenced remains uncertain. This tale serves as a warning. One wrong step in the palace can lead to ruin. Yet, instead of being deterred, Wei Yingluo listens carefully, analyzing the emperor's temperament. She discerns that he appreciates beauty but is wary of ambition, especially from women of no noble background. This revelation only strengthens her resolve. Before leaving, Yingluo ensures her mother's heirlooms are safely sent away, hinting that she has no intention of returning. As she enters the bridal sedan chair, the journey begins. However, as the procession moves through the city, an eerie thump, thump, thump sound emerges from the sedan. The noise attracts curious bystanders, growing louder and more ominous. Just as a daring ruffian tries to investigate, Wei Qingtai, her father, angrily intervenes, yet the unsettling thumping continues.
Did you know Yingluo was a twin? I found out through reading the novel. Let me know if you enjoyed this and if you would love me to continue with these novel summaries. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel and liked the video if you found it enjoyable. And I will catch you in the next video. Stay safe.